Hi boys and girls, I'm going to take you on a walk in our nature play area to sing the good morning song. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, and how do you do? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our spaces with smiles on our faces. And this is the way to start our new day. Good morning. Good morning, Bracken. Good morning, Calliel. Good morning, Sam. Good morning, McKenna. Good morning, Jasper. Good morning, Julia. Good morning, Campbell. Good morning, Nadia. Good morning, Cameron. Good morning, Ari. Good morning, Louie. We'll go over to this snack table. Good morning, Kerrigan. Good morning, Lana. Good morning, Grady. Good morning, Hutton. Good morning, Dean. Good morning, Cooper. Good morning, Jonah. Good morning, Tegan. Good morning, Corbin. Good morning, Bo. Good morning, Danny. Good morning, Theo. Good morning, Hazel. And good morning, Gus. Good morning, boys and girls. We're going to sing our calendar song in Spanish today. Days of the week. 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 There's Domingo and there's Lunes. There's Martes and Miércoles. There's Jueves and Viernes. And then there's Sábado. Days of the week. 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 Okay, what day is it today? Well, I think Miss Joan told you that yesterday was Tuesday. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't say that because we're going to do it in Spanish too. Let's see what day it is today. There's Domingo and there's Lunes. There's Martes and... Very good. Miércoles. Miércoles. Or Wednesday in English. Hoy es miércoles. Or in English, today is Wednesday, May 6th, 2020. If today is miércoles, what was yesterday? What was yesterday? There's Domingo and there's Lunes. There's... Very good. Martes. Or Tuesday in English. Ayer es martes. Ayer es martes. If today is miércoles, what will tomorrow be? What comes after miércoles? Very good. Jueves. Or Thursday. In English. Mañana es jueves. Okay, boys and girls, take a look outside. Let me know what the weather is like today. Sunny, cloudy, windy, rainy. Have a good morning.
Hello, preschoolers. Today, we're going to learn in science about seeds. A few days ago, when we had our Zoom meeting, the preschoolers learned that we actually have seeds that can grow in water, soil, and sunlight. But we found that instead of the soil, we used, if you remember, cotton balls. And those cotton balls were wet and they were in a baggie. And because we could actually let that moisture get into the seed soaked it up, and it was just like the soil. The cotton ball was just like the soil. The key was we needed water and we needed sunlight. I'll show you them in a little bit later session. But today I'm going to teach you about seeds and how they grow using those three ingredients: soil, water, and sunlight. So I have another little story today, just like drip and drop in the water cycle story. It's called The Lucky Seed. A long time ago, a farmer took a big bag of seeds to sell it at the market. Suddenly, his cart's wheel hit a big stone. Bump! One of the seeds fell out of the bag and onto the hot, dry ground. I'm scared, said the seed. I need to be safe under the soil. Just then a buffalo, big animal, walked on the seed and pushed it into the ground. So can you think of a big animal just pushing it down with its paw or its big hoof? I'm thirsty, said the seed. I need some water to help me grow. Just then it started to rain. The next morning, the seed had a little green shoot, just a little tiny sprout. All day it sat in the sun and grew taller and taller and taller. The next day it had its first leaf. This helped it to catch sunlight and grow. That evening a hungry bird tried to eat it, but the seed had strong roots to help it stay in the ground. Many years of sunshine and rain passed. The seed became a plant, and then the plant became a huge tree. Today, if you visit the countryside, you can see the tree. It is as big and strong as now and makes seeds of its own so it can start the process all over again. So boys and girls, there are three really key ingredients. You know that. You need the seed. You need the sunlight as one key ingredient for the seed to grow. You need the water, and you need the soil. So I have three key ingredients here today. Here's the one. And I put it in a jar so you can see it better when we plant it. Now, I need to keep that lid off, though, when we plant it because it needs to have air, oxygen to get inside. Then, if you remember, we have seeds like this, all right? Or we have seeds like this, a lima bean or what we call a kidney bean. And what I will do is I'm just going to drop them in like this, and I'm going to push a little bit of the soil around. And what I'm hoping to do as I do this, you will find that this seed is sort of hidden. It likes to hide, just like the seed in the story. The seed in the story wanted to get pushed down, but then after the buffalo pushed it down, it needed to get some water. So I'm going to put my seeds in like this, and I'm going to just turn it around a little bit like this. I don't want to dig in there and push them around. And remember, you don't want to stamp it down too hard because then it won't get enough air. So you need to keep it a little loose. And then I'm going to take our next ingredient and we're going to pour some water right in like this. And we're going to make it not too wet, because if we make it too wet, then we're going to have a problem too. It'll be too soaking wet, and then the seed will die. It'll almost like drown. Almost like if we get in and we don't do well going down and pushing ourselves into the water. They don't like that either. The seeds don't like to be pushed into the water. They like to just get a sprinkling from the rain, or like I did here. So now you have the seed in the soil. You have the water that came down on it. And what's the other ingredient? The third ingredient? Yes, we need some sunlight. So I'm out on my deck here, and I'm going to put this in the windowsill. And when I put that on the window with the sun will actually have it grow. Hopefully it'll grow. And in about 5 to 10 days, we'll go back to that and see if we have any seeds growing. If you remember in preschool, when we were in school, we had some plants that we planted and put them in cups along the side of the preschool, and the windows had so much light coming in, allowed so much light coming in that it actually grew beautifully, and we had some real tall green sticks. I'm going to show you the parts of the seed, and the parts of the seed are important too. If you look at this here, these are the parts. You have, this is the seed coat. It protects the seed like our coat protects us in the winter or in the summer. If we have long sleeves on, it protects us from the sun. We have the actual food stored in here in the seed, and then the actual little plant, the little tiny embryo it's called. So it's like a baby plant. So as this water hits this, it'll break open or soften the seed coat. The water will go in, and it'll start to hit this area where the sprout is, where the embryo is, and that will make it grow. Just like when you eat or drink the right things that you need to stay healthy, that's what happens with the seed. The actual seed does that. Once it starts to grow, it'll pop up. Just like in here then, it'll start popping up in here, and we'll see some really cool roots going down into the ground, and we'll see some green sprouts coming up. One more thing I want to show you before we leave for the morning is this here. We have our own bean plant life cycle. So if you look at these pictures, they're not in order. So if we put them in order, we have to look at first, when we plant the seed, which one is that? It would be this one, right? So you have the seed in. The seed is in the ground. It's ready. And see, it's not pushed down too tight because it won't come out. So it's here in the ground. We water and we take care of it. You'll see that, oh, Mr. Day's wrong. This is the first one. This is where we water the seed. That was my fault. This is where we water the seed. And when you water the seed, it starts to get that water soaked up inside the seed, like I said, and as it softens its coat, now you get this. This is where you can see the green starting to come out, and it's starting to pop. And once it starts to pop, what's the next one you see here? The sunlight is here, so the sun starts to help pull that little that little stem up, and it starts to have success with it growing outside of the ground as well as in the ground. What's going down underneath? The roots. And then above, you have this really, really cool looking leaf structure. All these leaves start to form. And then at the very, very end, what do you get? After you have this, you get good old beans that you can eat and put on your table and eat. So the cycle of the bean is very, very complex, meaning there's a lot of things, a lot of steps to it. You need to have that water. You need to keep watering it and making it really pretty. Wet, and then once it's pretty wet and it starts to soak, then you start to get the greens coming up through the earth and the roots going down into the earth. So remember, we are going to plant our seeds. You go out and you can start planting your garden if you didn't already. Get your mom and dad to help you, and you can start planting the actual seeds, and they start to grow. You can take pictures. Send them to me. Send them to Mr. Dave, and we'll look at them and share them. So again, water, a seed that's hiding in here. Water, got it, right? Sunlight and soil. So until we see each other tomorrow, have a great day, have fun, and be safe.